Greetings, viewers, and welcome to the Voice of UPSA News Network, coming to you from our campus. Today, we decided to do something new. Come out of our studio and shoot at our fountain. My name is Michaellina Sabbah, and I'm here with
Princess Diana Amiboji. The Voice of UPSA News is proudly brought to you by Laundryville, your trusted laundry partner. Now into the headlines.
UPSA's Faculty of Accounting and Finance hosts national dialogue on tackling tax revenue leakages in Ghana.
GRASAC UPSA Elections 2025, a great chapter begins. UPSA SRC Presidential and External Affairs Debate, student leaders in the spotlight.
The impact of Students' Representative Council on School Decision-Making by Abigail Boatima.
Now news in details. The Faculty of Accounting and Finance at the University of Professional Studies, Accra, on Monday, May 19, 2025, hosted a high-level national dialogue focused on addressing the persistent issue of tax revenue leakages in Ghana. Held at the Kofi Ohini-Kunedu Auditorium on the UPSA campus, the event brought together policymakers, tax experts, academics, business leaders, and civil society actors to engage in constructive discourse on improving tax compliance and strengthening Ghana's revenue mobilization efforts.
The dialogue was chaired by His Royal Majesty King Takite Kochiru II, the Gamanche, and was attended by several eminent personalities, including the former President of Ghana, His Excellency John Ejekum Kufuor, who graced the event as a special guest of honor.
In his welcome address, Professor Isaac Bwedi, Dean of the Faculty of Accounting and Finance, emphasized the urgency of confronting revenue leakages, describing them as a major impediment to national development and fiscal sustainability.
Every year, Ghana loses significant revenue due to loopholes in our taxes administration and enforcement system. The forum is intended to create a collaboration space where experts and stakeholders can identify practical solutions to these long-standing challenges, Professor Bwedi stated.
The event featured keynote presentations by Professor Isaac Bwedi and Mr. Eric Boachi Yadum, a financial economist and senior lecturer at UPSA. Both speakers outlined the structure and administrative weaknesses in Ghana's tax system and proposed innovative reforms to improve efficiency and accountability.
Now on to our next story. On May 24th, 2025, the Graduate Students Association of Ghana, GRASAC UPSA chapter, has officially declared the results of the 2025-2026 executive election in a statement issued by the Electoral Commission under the reference number UPSA/GRASAC/EC/009.
The announcement released on May 24, 2025, revealed a strong voter turnout, with a total of 796 votes cast across all positions.
John Wunia Sanoya and his running mate Joshua Agbozo emerged victorious in the presidential race, securing an overwhelming majority with 780 votes. Only 60 members voted no, showing a strong endorsement from the graduate student community.
In the contest for the secretary position, Maxwell Asante won with 497 votes, defeating Doe Benes Emefa, who garnered 299 votes. The results demonstrate a clear preference for Asante's leadership.
Bright Abonsi secured the position of the financial officer with 430 votes, surpassing Theophilus Deborah, who pulled 366 votes. The close contest underscored the importance of financial leadership in the upcoming administration.
For the role of the organizing secretary, Aziz Ouattara achieved a landslide victory with 615 votes, outpacing Solomon Afotude, who received 181 votes. Ouattara's strong performance reflects broad confidence in his organizational capabilities.
Right from there, we'll move straight to our next story. The LBC auditorium of the University of Professional Studies, Accra, was electrified on Friday, 23rd of May, 2025, as students, supporters, and aspiring students leaders gathered for one of the most anticipated events in the academic calendar, the SRC Presidential and External Affairs debate. The event was hosted by the Electoral Commission. This pivotal event allowed aspirants to showcase their vision for student leadership.
Hosted just a week before the UPSA SRC elections, this essential debate served as a defining moment for the aspirants to present their vision for students' leadership. Organized under the keen eye of the Electoral Commission, the event transformed the LBC auditorium into a center of ideas, interaction, and inspiration.
The debate was not just confined to the four walls of the auditorium. Through live stream on the Voice of UPSA's TikTok and YouTube channels, hundreds of students who couldn't attend in person tuned in virtually, creating a dynamic hybrid audience that kept the energy soaring.
As the debate commenced, each SRC presidential and external affairs aspirant confidently took the stage, reading out their policies with conviction and clarity. Their presentations touched on key student concerns, academic support systems, campus welfare, entrepreneurship initiatives, digital transformation, and more.
Beyond their speeches, the true test came during the interactive Q&A section. Candidates responded to thought-provoking questions from both the student audience and distinguished panel of judges. Their responses offered a glimpse into their preparedness, strategic thinking, and the ability to connect with the real issue facing today's students.
Now, into our final story. In today's fast-paced educational landscape, students' voice has become an essential component of effective school governance. And one of the key mechanisms for amplifying this voice is the Student Representative Council. These councils, composed of elected student leaders, play a vital role in bridging the gap between the student body and school administration. Their impact on school decision-making is both significant and diverse.
SRCs offer students real life experiences with democratic processes by anticipating in elections, debate, and voting. Students learn to value representation, fairness, and civic responsibility. The hands on approach encourages active engagement in schools' governance, fostering a sense of ownership and belonging within educational environments.
One of the most immediate benefits of an SRC is improved communication. SRC members act as liaisons, communicating student concerns, suggestions, and feedback to school leadership. This two-way communication ensures that students' voices are heard and taken into consideration, especially on issues directly affecting them, such as school rules, extracurricular activities, and facility improvements.
Through regular meetings with lectures and administration, SRC often influence policy decision, whether advocating for change in uniform policies, promoting mental awareness, or requesting improvement to school facilities. SRC help to drive meaningful change. Their perspective can guide the development of policies that are more aligned with the needs and expectations of the student population.
Participation in SIC helps students develop vital life skills such as leadership, teamwork, negotiation, and public speaking. These experiences are invaluable for personal growth and prepare students to become responsible citizens and future leaders.
And there you have it, viewers. Up next is VOU Sports Bars with Meshach Thompson Opare.
Good day once again. My name is Thompson Oparimeshak and this is VOU Sports Bars. Now let's take a look at some sporting activities that took place over the weekend. In the Serie A, we all know that Napoli and Inter Milan were going head-to-head over the Serie A title. Now Napoli won the title by beating their rivals by 2-0, thanks to Scott McTominay and Romelu Lukaku. They beat them by 2-0 to win the Serie A title. Now, even though Inter Milan also won their match, but Napoli beat them by 1 point, making it for them to win their Serie A and joining Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal. So now, when it comes to the English Premier League, 6 teams have qualified for the Champions League. With the Europa League, Manchester United lost to Tottenham by 1-0. Now, prior to the game, there were a lot of debates whether Manchester United can turn this season around by winning the Europa League. But Tottenham also proved that, yes, even though they are also having the worst season ever in their history, they defeated Manchester United by 1-0, which have helped them automatically qualified for the Champions League. So whilst during this weekend, teams are fighting over the Champions League spot, Tottenham will just be chilling because they've automatically qualified for the Champions League. Elsewhere in the English Premier League, Aston Villa lost by 2-0 against Manchester United. Elsewhere, Chelsea won by 1-0 against Forest, whilst Newcastle also lost by 1-0 against Everton. Now remember that there are 5 teams that are supposed to qualify for the Champions League when it comes to the English Premier League. Now, Man City will be joining the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool, whilst Chelsea and Newcastle will also be joining them. And we all know that Tottenham have automatically qualified for the Champions League. They achieved this feat by beating Manchester United. Yes, Obeng Manchester United. We are all hoping that Manchester United could do a miracle against Tottenham, but it seems that this year is the year of the underdogs. All the teams that have gone trophy droughts for 50 years, 119 years, 20 years are all winning trophies this season. So Tottenham have automatically qualified for the Champions League, making it 6 teams out of the English Premier League. Now, let's go into some transfer news. Dean Hudson from Bournemouth have joined Real Madrid and have signed a 5-year contract with the Galacticos of Real Madrid. Elsewhere, Jeremy Frimpong have also joined Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen. He will also be signing a 5-year contract with the red side of the Mersey. Now, Matthias Cunha have also joined Manchester United. He will sign a 5-year contract with the Red Devils. So now the top 5 leagues in Europe have come to an end. But if you're a football lover, remember that next month there would be the FIFA Club World Cup tournament, where teams that have won the Champions League and teams that have won their various tournament leagues will also be joining in this tournament. Now to wrap up with no, Man U there, we left inside the child. Man U there, team now born. To wrap up with VOU Sports Bat, remember that coming up this weekend, Champions League final will be taking place between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan. So who are you rooting for? Are you for Team PSG or are you for Team Inter Milan? I know that Barcelona fans and Real Madrid fans will be rooting for Inter Milan because if PSG should win the Champions League, remember that Ousmane Dembele came all the way from Barcelona to join PSG. So people will be trolling Barcelona fans that Ousmane Dembele left there and he has gone to win a Champions League with PSG. Also with the same thing to Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid fans will be trolled that Kylian Mbappe, as soon as he left PSG, have won the Champions League. So I know that most of the PSG fans would be Barcelona fans and Real Madrid fans. This is where I end VOU Sports Bars. My name is Thompson of Parimesha and I hand over to the news team.
That was VOU Sports Bat with Meshach Thompson Opare, your sports analyst. And that is all for today's news bulletin on the Voice of UPSA News Network, coming to you live from our campus. My name is Michaellina Sabbah, and I did it with
Princess Diana Amigbaji. Today's news is proudly brought to you by Laundryville, a trusted laundry partner.
Have a good evening.